Hello YouTube, and welcome to another general vlog video. Look at me all up in your face there. Alright, so today we're going to be working on self-wicking buckets. Got to give a shout out to Leon at Gardening with Leon. And I got to give a shout out to Daniel at Arms Family Homestead. Daniel's the one that kind of turned me onto this by watching his videos. And I didn't have all the materials that he was talking about, and even when he went to a 5-gallon bucket, I didn't have a coffee can, and I thought, what else could I use? And I was thinking of pieces of wood, and anyways, he said, well, go over and check out Leon, at Gardening with Leon, and, well, he didn't tell me, he was just telling, you know, everybody, YouTube family, and I did, and sure enough, first thing I run across is Leon doing these in 5-gallon buckets, and he was using pop cans. And I was like, oh, wow, I can find pop cans or bottles, the plastic bottles. So I happened to go over to, we have a little recycling, a couple recycling bins over here by the dumpster. And I looked down in there, and there was a bag full of cans. Now, all these cans are Mean Bean, Java, Monster Energy drinks, coffee and energy, blah, blah, blah. Boy, can you imagine what that do to you? Whoo! Drink one of them, work 5 jobs. But anyways, and just so happens to be, I watched how Leon put them in there. He said make a circle, put 2 in the middle so you got voids. And so I put them down in the bottom of a bucket, and it takes 11. And I had 22. And I want to do 2 buckets. So it was absolutely perfect. It was almost like it was, you know. Anyways, so Leon says to drill a hole in the bottom and the top, and which I've already done this one. You can see, get it up here where you can see the hole at the bottom and the top. So that's what you want to do. And you want to make positive sure that when you put them in, you put them in upside down. I forget why he said that, but anyways, we just follow rules. Now, I took each one of these in and I rinsed them all out. These are taller than a regular can. I don't think I have a regular can out here. Oh, I do, kind of. It's been crushed. Oh, here's one. Okay. I'm digging in the trash here. So these are a little taller than a regular can, as you can see by about that much. Which to me, that's just going to help save on potting soil. So the first thing that we're going to do, well, okay, so you need, for a 5-gallon bucket from what I found, even though these cans are taller, you're going to need 11 cans per bucket. I don't know on the plastic bottles how many you'll need. Regular can, you need 11 cans per bucket. So you're going to need 11 cans. You're going to need a 5-gallon bucket. You're going to need a drill with a drill bit. And you're going to need a piece of PVC. Now, I have another piece. I can't find it. Actually, I see it right now. Well, excuse me while I walk over here. I'm trying to see just... I have to modify everything for what I'm doing, and I think that's tall enough, and I think that there would be too tall. So this is the one that we're going to go with. I'm going to make 2, of course, but so this is what you need. You need a piece of PVC. This will, you'll be able to fill up water. I don't know what size they require. I think this is 1.5 inches. I thought I was going to have to make it longer, so I went and bought a little thing which I don't need, which actually might look kind of good on top, but I'm not going to do that. So, material list. You need a piece of PVC, a couple inches taller than your bucket. This is probably, well, so you guys, in case you just want to run and get a foot or 2, this is 16 inches tall, and my bucket is 13 inches tall. So yeah, a 1-foot piece of pipe would not work. So 16 is what I got, 16 is what I'm going to use. A bucket, piece of PVC to fill water up with, 11 aluminum cans, and some topsoil, which I have down here. I actually got potting soil, and I'll show you what those are here in a little bit. And so first thing I'm going to do is let's get everything done. Now I've pre-drilled some holes, and I've got one left, and I thought I'd show you real quick how I do that. Now basically what I do is I put them right here. This has got a little lip on it, a little 1/2 inch lip. I put them right there. I take my drill. They say you want one at the bottom and one at the top. Watch it because those will get sharp. If those shards out like that, I don't know if you can see that, you will cut yourself. So there we go. We're going to pretend like on camera I just did 11 of them. Right? I did 10 of them off camera. So there's those. So there are your 11 cans with holes top and bottom. Remember, you want them upside down. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Now I'm going to take my piece of PVC here. And yeah, I could get out my chop saw, but there's no sense in it. I'm just going to use my little battery powered angle grinder. And since this end here is already kind of boogered up, I'll show you. Basically what you want is some type of an angle on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you want some type of an angle. I don't think it really matters what angle you use. So let me get to that. All right, I think you guys can see that. Noise alert. I cut through one side, now I'm going to cut through the other. Alright. Is it perfect? No. But is it close enough? Yes. I'm trying to knock all the junk out of it. But that's what you want. And the reason being is, let me see what I can find here. We'll just use this case. If I put this, say this is, we're going to pretend like this is the bottom of my bucket. And if I put this down on the bottom of my bucket, no water can come through that. See how it's flat and flat? But if I put this down at the bottom of my bucket, look at how much water can come through there. Anyways, there's that. So there's both of those. Now the next thing that they say that you want to do is you want to drill a hole up approximately 5 inches. Some people say it doesn't matter where it's at, but just, you know, approximately 5 inches. Now I want to pay attention because the way that mine's going to set up is just like a bucket here and a bucket here on the left-hand side of my greenhouse. I'm cramped for room. So I want to be able to fill it. So I'm going to want my pipe about right here. So that means that I'm going to want my hole, because you want them close to each other, I'm going to want my hole approximately right here. And there's my 5-inch thing. My 5-inch up. Now, I probably didn't mark it exactly where I want it, but I'm going to take the same drill bit that I used. I don't think it matters what size you use. And I know I want, when it sits in there, I want to be able to just about like that. So I'm going to put my hole over here. So I'm going to go right below that handle, but try to eyeball my 5-inch mark here, which is right there. So, and then I'm going to drill a hole. Oh, wow. That was a lot easier than what I thought. So there it is. So now I'm going to take and knock all that out. So now this is going to be hard to film. Let me get rid of this drill. This is going to be hard to film. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cans in, and then I'll show you in a minute how they go in. Oh, and see, I almost put them in wrong. Upside down. This side, because if not, it's going to... Wow, you guys can see my head. What happened to me here? Well, still can't. So, anyways. Oh, well. So, that would aggravate me if I was trying to watch that. So you basically want to put them upside down. This where you drink from, facing the bottom. So let me get these in here. They didn't tell me whether the holes were supposed to face in or out or anything. I don't think it really matters. The whole concept of this is to be a self-wicking food source, planting source. So I'm going in here and I'm putting these in, And that should mean I'm all the way around, so I should have 2 left, and I do. Okay, so I'm going to get these in there. And the air gap is very important. So where this hole is, there's still about an inch or so. Here, let me pull one back out and I'll show you. There's still about an inch or so above that. Here's that. Here's that. You know, and even this hole, there's a little bit room there. And if not, I guess you'll get root rot because they'll drown. This way they won't. So no landscaping fabric, no nothing. Although, now what I'm worried about is once this goes in there. Okay, well, first, let's show you. I'm going to try to pick this stand up, and that's the cord that I'm wrapping around because I got it on charge. All right. So, this is basically the way that you want it. You want a ring all the way around, and then you want 2 in the middle. You want this air gap here, and this air gap here. So that's how they go in there, upside down, shiny side up. And, okay, so next, let me put you back down. Okay, I'm kind of worried about how this is going to fit in there. And I'm thinking I might have one too many cans. And no, I don't. It actually holds it very, very, very well. So now I got to figure out how to fill this thing up and show you guys all at the same time. So this is what I bought. I bought it at Lowe's. It's called Stay Green, S-T-A, green. It's for flowers and vegetables. It's garden soil. You don't want to use, from what I understand, you don't want to use regular topsoil because, or dirt or anything like that, because it will just, it's too packed. It will just, I think, stay muddy, or it won't, maybe it won't wick up. Maybe that's what it was. It won't allow it to wick up. So, let me get something and open this up with. Oh, heavy little booger. Let's see here. What do I have? What do I have? I will just use a razor blade. I was looking for my razor blade knife, but so I'm going to cut this very carefully that I don't cut myself. Oh, that razor blade knife must be dull, or razor blade. It is. It's very dull. Wow. So I don't throw these in the trash because I don't want people taking my trash bag out and getting cut. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors and cut the whole top off because I'm sure between the 2 bags, or the 2 buckets, I'm going to need a full bag. I do have another bag, however. Okay, so I'm going to start putting this in there, and I'll start getting a little bit, and let me go ahead and show you. Like I said, Leon says to, this camera and everything is still on a tripod. So, you know, you want to make sure that you get down in all these little crevices and down in here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Get you all set back up. And, yeah, I left this stuff in my bed of my truck last night. And, of course, we had a storm, so it rained. Yeah, I guess you got to kind of poke it down in all the little voids and stuff. Well, I will say one thing. This stuff don't need much water because it is soaking wet right now. But this is good, or what feels like to be good potting soil. Garden soil, plants, vegetables, whatever. And what I'm doing, and I'll show you this here in just a minute. Okay, I went ahead and put you on pause while I did that. So it takes a minute, and basically you can see, let me scoot a little over closer to you guys. No, actually I need to come back this way. I'm new at cameras here. Okay, you just want to poke down in all these sides, and I did so, and I poked down all the way around my little thing there. Okay, so this is where Leon and Daniel will tell you guys to do something completely different than I do. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and share my secret. Let me get just about 1 inch above those cans. And I feel something in there that feels, I don't know. I almost felt hard like a piece of metal or something. So now that we're done there, let me get my stuff out and available here, and I'll explain to you what I do. I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, and we're back, and now we're going to go wireless. Yeah, I unplugged the camera. So, I have my screen around backwards, and it's finicky if I try to flip it. So let me show you what I got here. I'm trying to show you and be able to see you all at the same time. So I don't know if you can see this in here. And then, you know, you're going to finish it off with the nice black. You can see the difference in the color, the black. Okay, so let me get you set back up in the stand and I'll explain to you what I use. So, from what I've been told, what you want to do is you want to go right above your cans, and then you want to go 1 inch or 2, well, right above that, above your cans, you know, cover them where you don't see your cans. And then if you listen to Leon and Daniel, I think both tell you to start using all this sea salt or whatever it is, Epsom salt and all the fertilizers. I don't do that. Are they going to reap a better crop than I do? Perhaps, but I know mine will be plenty. And basically I live on the lake. And the bottom of our lake bed, so to speak, is what we call muck. And when you're out there, like say you jump off of a boat and you touch bottom, in some spots you can sink clear up to your knees in this like ooey gooey mucky crap feeling junk that's in there. Turn you around here just a little bit. Well, I have a private beach here, and I'll go out there when there's nobody else around. I'll take my 5-gallon buckets, and I have 2 5-gallon buckets that are just like this one, not painted, and they're full of holes. I spent 30 minutes drilling holes all the way through it. And then, excuse me, goodness gracious. And then, excuse me, I'm going to go off camera here for just a second so I can get it and show you. Then I take my handy dandy little shovel scoop here, scoop shovel. This is what I use for gardening. I've been using this thing for years. I don't even know if it even got in there. It does, but I can't read what it says. But anyways, man, I would recommend this shovel. So let me put my geeky looking glasses on here. And it is a Corona CT3010. I love this little shovel. Anyways, I take this and my buckets with holes in it. And my boys will help me also. We go down, we scoop up. You can do it by hand. That's the way the boys do it. They just go down and get a big, and you put it in that bucket. You know, you leave the bucket will sink to the bottom. And you know, we're out there, well, at the beach, we have to go out quite a bit because it's sand out for a long ways. You go out until you hit the muck, and we scoop that up. I have found that that is perfect to feed my plants with. I know, everybody's going to say, you need this, you need that, you need this. I've been doing this 40 years. I've never done self-wicking tubs, you know, they're just in my garden. Basically what I do is I till my garden up. I plant my seeds. I rake it all back out nice and smooth. And then I take however many 5-gallon buckets it takes, and I fill this stuff up. I mean, I do my whole top of my garden, a couple inches. Now in here, that's what I did. I did the black stuff, this, that I just put down in there. I put the potting soil, right above the cans where I can't see the cans. Then I put 2 inches of this special stuff, I call it. And then I'm going to fill the rest of it up, which I'll do right now. I fill it up with more topsoil. Potting soil. I'm sorry, potting soil. Now, I know that they say, you know, you don't want topsoil in here because of the wicking. And basically what I did was I put it in there lightly and fluffy. I didn't leave any, you know, because I have to let this stuff dry. Once I bring it out from the lake, it's almost like compost. When I bring it out from the lake, I have to turn it in my buckets. And, you know, of course, I leave it in the holy bucket so it gets air all the way around it. And sometimes it'll take a month to completely dry. But now this time for this, instead of just leaving it clumpy like I would on the garden, not worrying about anything, you know, that's the size of a marble, on this one, I really, as you've seen when I showed you down in there, I really did it thin, or fine. And then I did a thin layer of it. And that's going to feed my plants. I know, you know, I'm not trying to say that anybody else is wrong. This is just something that I learned how to do years ago. Actually, I didn't learn. I just kind of figured it out. Kind of taught myself. And it does absolutely beautiful. I will grow tomatoes. And in fact, last year, half of this, beginning of last summer, I built a 10 by 10 workshop. And just come to find out, I knew as soon as I built it, it was not going to be big enough for me. I wanted workshop and be able to have a little bit of storage also. So before I added on to it, at the end of the summer last year, the other 12 by 12 was where my garden was. And I didn't do any type of minerals or fertilizer or feed or anything of that nature. I just used my fish poop. I'm not really sure what you would call it. But it does absolutely wonders. It don't cost me a dime. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the fact that I taught myself, you know, something. Let me get you up here where you can see my head again. I just like everything about it. It works so good. And I mean, you know, it's basically compost. If I had to call it anything, that's what I would call it, would be compost. Because that's basically what it is. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to mash this stuff down or not. I did very lightly, just on the top, just to get it up there to where I can see it and know where it wants to be and how it wants to be and all that good junk. Now, I guess Leon says that you can dome this on the top if they're going to be outside. Mine's going to be in a greenhouse, so I don't have to worry about it. But you can dome it on the top, put plastic around it, tie that plastic to it. Whether you use, you know, a bungee cord is what I would probably use if I had to. Or a piece of rope, piece of wire, thin little picture hanging wire or something. And, you know, that plastic, and then cut your X and put your tomato plant, your pepper plant, whatever you're going to do in it. And, you know, that will keep the rain from soaking into it and flooding your bucket out. Alright. So I think that is my first self-wicking tub. And I think it come out great. I like the looks of it. Let me clean my hand off here. So, I don't think we really need any recap. You know, you need of course I'm going to it, ain't I? 5-gallon bucket. You need a piece of PVC for water fill. That, you know, not real small. Of course, I would think you could probably use small. You could probably use 1/2 inch if that's all you have to lay around. Wow. I really like this. I really do like this. Okay. So also, what I'm hoping is, let me get you down here on the money shot here. Look at that. I'm so happy. But anyways, also, the way that this is going to set in there, which is going to be more like, well, like that, it will set in there. And as I overfill this, it will also bleach into my tomato bed. Help a little bit on the water in the tomato bed. Just when I'm filling. So there it is. I mean, look at this. This is where you fill it. Now, I don't know how much. I cram everything in there that I possibly can. So I'm going to do 1 pepper plant and maybe 2 cabbages and be done. But I love it. It looks so good. I'm so proud of it. Thank you, Leon. Let me get up here to where you can see how sincere I am. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Leon, with Gardening with Leon on YouTube. And thank you, Daniel, with Arms Family Homestead. Thanks to both of you. I've actually learned something new. And I was able to make a video about it. And someday my kids may see this video. Of course, they're helping too. They're just outside riding bikes right now. We're in between raindrops. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we got another one to make. I'm going to hit pause real quick. All right, let's go see what I created. Ooh, this camera's going to be hard to work like this. Let's get you in. Hello, see me. And we're walking. I hope you can hear me because of all this wind. Look at this. As we know, we did the hydroponic buckets yesterday. And look at this. We have 2 self-wicking buckets. Oh, I'm so proud and so happy. And we got our raised bed. Little mini raised bed. We have some other plants. And over there and over here and then up here. I've got 2 more of these that we're going to fill up. This side will be for one of the boys. This side will be for the other boys. And we're starting these from seeds. So now all it's left to do is to get planted. I'm so excited. I mean, look at this. It's not much. I can fit on the inside. Of course, it doesn't do me any good because I don't want to walk in my tomato bed. So let's get out of this wind and we'll end this overly long video. But I really felt like I taught you something. Of course, if you really want to learn it, you go watch Leon. If you want to learn it, you know, some more, go watch Daniel at Arms Family Homestead. But I watch them both probably 10 times per video. And I know that I told you right. And I taught you right if you pay attention to what I said. Let me get you in the tripod here so we can close this little dude out. So, and you're probably not going to be facing right. And I'm probably not going to, hey, that's good enough. I'm not quite in this. Here, let's put me in the center of the shot. I am the center of the shot now. Okay, so that's it. Self-wicking tubs. 5-gallon bucket, piece of PVC, 11 pop cans, beer cans, soda cans, whatever you can use. You can even use plastic water bottles. They have to have a hole at the top and bottom. And not up at the top. Keep the lids on them. The lids will go up, you know, down to where the neck comes and it starts getting fatter. Right there, drill a hole at the bottom. You can use that. A hole 5 inches or thereabouts from the bottom. And some, don't use topsoil. Use potting soil is what they keep telling me. And boy, I really feel like I'm extremely crooked to you guys. There we go. And that's too much. I need to really invest in better equipment here, but this is just for fun. Alright, anyways, self-wicking tubs. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm getting ready to load them up. So, general vlog videos, give us a thumbs up, like, which I think is the same thing. Please, please, please subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. Share us on social media. Tell them all to subscribe to us. And click that bell notification down at the bottom because next we're going to be planting everything in there. Way too much to plant to go in there, but I'm going to do it. If I have to transplant things later on down the line, I will. And we're going to do a lot of videos like this. There's going to be videos weekly on how the hothouse is doing, how the greenhouse, whatever you want to call it, warm house, hot house, greenhouse. a little piece of plastic wrapped around pipe. I don't care what you call it. We're going to be doing updates weekly, maybe even twice a week. Depends on how everything's growing. Man, we're going to plant 72, actually more than that. Oh, I got to get my calculator out here real quick, and I'm dragging this video on and on and on. Let's go to 144 starters we're getting ready to do. 72 for one boy, 72 for the other boy. And then I'm going to start some cucumbers on my own. Goodness gracious. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. The moisture in the air or whatever it is. And I apologize for that. So, I'm going to be doing at least, we have 2 hydroponic 5-gallon buckets. And each one has 2 3-inch mesh cups in them that I made. So, 2 of them's going to be cucumbers in 1 5-gallon bucket, and the other 2 will either be cucumbers or there's a lot of water or a lot of plants out there that strive for this water like this. No dirt whatsoever. That's just mind blown. That can't be impossible. A tub that you can put water in and don't have to water it every day. Mind blown. That's impossible. But we're doing it. Together we're doing it. So, please subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Didn't we already do all that? Yep, I had to rewind it and look. Yep, we've already done all that. So, I'm out of here. I'm still my own cameraman. You can already see the finger. Getting ready to blah, 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 blah. And goodbye, people. Hey, wait a minute. I know. And I'm going to get it wrong again. But I hope you have a great day. An even better tomorrow. And an awesome night. And that might be the way I meant to say it. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.